Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Loop Nation Station Music Reviews. Today we're reviewing a mixtape called Zoned Out by Distinct, the artist's name. It's a 6-track mixtape, which, first of all, I'm gonna give you props. 6 tracks is a great amount for um, a beginner, indie, maybe your first mixtape. I see a lot of people out there, they come up with like 12, 15 track EPs, mixtapes, albums for their first project, and usually what that translates to is really bad set off. A lot of people usually, when you have when you have more than 8 tracks, for someone to come and listen to you as a new artist, because presumably they don't even know who you are, they're just gonna click on random songs, and if they like it, they like it. If not, they miss out. So, with a smaller track list, you have more chance that they listen to your better songs than your worst ones. So, good job on that. Firstly, and let's get into it. Sonically, in general, I liked your selection of beats. There was a good variation. I like there was some jazzy samples in there, which I really liked, and it was good. But in your first track, actually throughout the album, you have way too much reverb in your stacked vocals. It's way too much. Like, I could not hear what you're saying. It really drowns out the lyrics and made it really, really hard. I had to try really hard to listen to what you're saying. And if it was anyone else, they'd probably tune out. I'm doing a review, so I had to listen to what you're saying. But if it was anyone else, they'd probably tune out and just listen to the beats. So turn down the reverb. That's right off the bat. That's the first thing I noticed in the first track. As well as the last track, it was very, very bouncy. When you were into the next syllable, your first syllable was being echoed, and there was a lot of phase issues on top of that. It just made it hard to hear in general. The vocals weren't mixed the best. Again, this is really a big thing that kind of drew out from your mixtape. Sorry, I had to start off a bit harsh. It really drew out a lot from your project, as well as the mixing in the song called Lost. You had a good feature, the singer, I think her name was Scripture, but her voice was way too soft compared to yours. I feel like that you guys didn't record at the same time, or maybe that you picked a pre-mixed MP3 or WAV file for your beat, which possibly had the singer on it already as a hook, and that was mixed, because her voice was mixed well into the beat. Your voice wasn't. It just stuck out too much, which also led me to think, that you've recorded over a single wave track, which was already pre-mixed as the beat. That it makes things really hard to mix. You can get away with it for like a 1-track single or something, and it's not the worst thing in the world, but it starts to seep out if you do it too much. So just be wary of that. Your lyrics, your lyrics are not bad. You have good flow. You changed it up every now and then. It was interesting. I like your flow on the song Lost. That was pretty good. It was on point to the beat. Good timing. You changed up your rhyme schemes as well every now and then. That made it good and interesting. On Tomorrow's Never, that track was actually quite unclear. I wasn't sure what you were saying. I think you need to either bring up the volume of your vocals more or enunciate your words a lot more clearly. That's something that it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I do it. I probably do it in some of these videos as well. But when you listen to yourself again and again, you start to realize how your words blend into each other, and that can make it pretty hard for some people to hear what you're saying. So just bear that in mind. You had a good hook on Here We Come. That hook was good, but your singing was like zero, or like you had no energy in your singing of the hook. That really drew out from it. I think the hook would have been so much better if it was done with more energy, or maybe done by a girl. I don't know. You had a great hook. That was a really good hook concept. I think you should come up with something, redo it if you want to. But yeah, the singing just drew it out pitch shift it, work with something, maybe practice singing a bit more. But definitely had a great idea for this. So I like that. Just needed a bit more work. Your concepts were quite diverse. They were not too bad. Very creatively expressed at sometimes. I liked it. And in general, I got this very trippy and introspective vibe. It was very subtly introspective, but trippy and introspective vibe. So I like that. A lot of the music I listen to is trippy, kind of introspective kind of stuff. So I like that, personally. Dude, if I had into advice, I would say work on your mixing. Work on your mixing, or get someone else to do it. If you want to do it, that's fine. Learn, keep doing it, try again. The best advice I can give you is listen to your favorite artists, the bigger, more established ones preferably, and listen closely to why their song is good. Your favorite song, just analyze it, why it's good. If you're doing the mixing yourself, think about how much reverb they use, their EQ. It's kind of hard, but when you have a ear for it, you can see what they do. Maybe the using of panning here and there kind of adds width and depth to the things. All this makes it really hard if you're mixing over one pre-mixed and pre-mastered track. You will notice this as you kind of keep on doing this a bit more. But yeah, I'd say do that if you're not into mixing, get someone else to do it. Sit with them in the studio room while they're mixing and learn what they're doing. Just see what they're doing. You'll learn a lot quicker with that, instead of just like playing around with compressor and reverb here and there, and trial and error until you get it right. You'd learn a lot quicker by just watching someone else do it. So yeah, keep that in mind. If I'm not sure what the production situation, I'm not sure if you've produced the beats or not. I'm gonna say you didn't, and if you got it off someone else, maybe the next time try and get trackouts, and mix your vocals into those. It just blends in your vocals so much better. And whoever's doing the mixing, if it's you can turn up sounds here and there. You can EQ it to make sure there's enough space for your voice. You can take control of panning and just create a nice depth of field in terms of your sonic landscape. So do that. Other than that, man, keep doing what you're doing. Let's see what you come up with next. Thanks for watching Loop Nation Reviews.